Be able to adjust and then pivot. What I mean by that is that you've got to be able to be prepared. Let's say that the client says, I'll give you an hour, be here at 9 a.m. Monday morning. You show up at 8:55, let's say 8:50 Monday morning, good to go. You've got your entire hour prepared for you. You've been able to plan everything out and make sure that everything for that hour has been perfect. You've thought of every single aspect that you could about that hour, and you're good to go. You've filled in every single minute. You know exactly to the end of that pitch, the second that it ends, what you're going to say from start to go. The client then comes in. You've got there at 8:50 Monday morning. The receptionist says, oh, Mr. Jones is running a few minutes behind. You look at your clock. You say, no worries. My time is your time. I've dedicated my entire day to you. Then Mrs. Gertrude at the front desk says, oh, Mr. Jones is still in his meeting. It's run over a little bit. We do apologize. You look at your clock. It's 9:15. You've gone all the way to the point now where it's not. He said that Mr. Jones said, the prospect said he was going to give you an hour worth of his time. He's come out 10 minutes before the hour is supposed to be up, and he says, I'll give you 5 minutes. You gotta be prepared for it. So that's what I mean by adjust and pivot, is you've got to be prepared to give the best 1 hour presentation of your entire life. But if he only gives you 5 minutes, you've got to be dang well prepared to be able to give that 5 minute presentation, that 1 hour presentation just as good within that 5 minute window. So you've really just got to make sure that you are incredibly fluid and you're incredibly adjustable. So really just prepare for the best, but be ready for your absolute best, but be prepared for the worst. So you've really, or even in a case of where, let's say that the client then says, okay, well, I can't see you today. You've got to really be kind of prepared to stick to your guns and say, well, gosh, this is really important to me. My time is just as important as yours. And you know what, I'm going to need to see him for at least that 5 minutes, and be prepared, even if he's a little upset or ruffled, his feathers a little ruffled, that you're still asking for that time that you showed up to do that day, that you are going to give him the best 1 hour presentation, him or her, Mr. Jones in this case, give Mr. Jones the best 1 hour presentation of your entire life in that 5 minutes. Be able to adjust and pivot